Let's get this party started. Change this fucking channel first. BMX fucking bikes? Nah, fuck that shit. Yo, Chris K. Holla. Night out. What's up, man? Let's talk some shit. What do we got here? Is EDP really gone? I will answer that later. I will answer that when I have more people on this stream. Maybe 20 to 30. And I will answer all the questions you need to know about EDP. I just want more people to come on here because I know a lot of people are wondering what's happening with EDP. Is his channel gone? Is it not? I want to tell more people what's going on. Do I watch Philly 500? Yeah, I do. He's a great video maker. He's close to 1,000 subs already, which is remarkable. He's, you know, he's one of a kind. He's crazy. He's a crazy motherfucker. I like Philly 500. I tweeted you on Twitter, talk about McGregor over Mayweather. Yeah, I watched the press conference tonight. That was a horrible, horrible press conference tonight. Golden Cup on. No, because I'm not going to watch till the semifinals. I'm a Bengals fan. I think the Eagles are going to threat NFC. It's possible. What's up, Sean Maz? Just here watching Fast 5. A lot of people down the series for no reason. I don't get it. I think it's a really good series. I thought the last one was pretty good. Fast and the Furious in its own. They're keeping up the par, and you know what? It's going to be a good thing. What's up, Meet the Mets, you fat fuck? Oregon Empire 24. Damn, I miss EDP. Listen, he's going to be back. And I'll tell more. I will tell everybody what's happening once I get 30 to 40 people on the stream. Did you see Katie get roasted on SBs? Yes, and he didn't like it. That means it worked. Thanks for passing up on Mixon. You know what? You're welcome. Which NFL team would be a sleeper? The Houston motherfucking Texans. Yeah, Houston Texans. What do you think about our players going to Fargo with Wentz? I think it's great. It's great team bonding. They're building, and I think it's great team chemistry. You can't ask for more for a team and what they're doing. Are you going to any Eagles road games this year? Yes, I'm going to Dallas. I may go to Seattle, and I'm going to Los Angeles for one game. What team are you most scared of in the NFC East? I'm not scared of any team in the NFC East. Like, none. None of the teams scare me. I would say the Giants, but their quarterback fucking sucks. Do you think Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer? Yeah, he'd have to be, because he passed some records. But I was, like, kind of nodding because the last few seasons he was alright. But yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer. Yo, Nitro, the Christmas Day game is going to go. Yeah, I'll be at that game. Will Carson Wentz throw for 20-plus touchdowns? Yes, I have him throwing 24. How do you think the Bengals will be? You got to get a different coach. If you get a different coach, different story. Marvin Lewis isn't going to bring you anywhere. Marcus Johnson or Sheldon Gibson? I don't know. To be honest with you, Sheldon Gibson has been dropping a lot of passes, but at the same time, I still have faith in him because, you know what? You can't put too much on a 5th rounder, 4th rounder, whatever he was. You can't. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully he progresses and doesn't go back to his college ways during the season. If you still hate on Katie, I think Katie's a snake. He's a bitch. He's a punk. He's a pussy. Katie is the worst kind of player you would like to have in any professional sport. He's a snake. He's a pussy. He's a cunt. Terrible. Did you hear the trade rumors for Giancarlo Stanton and Christian Yelich to the Phillies? Nope. Dak is an SBs. Well, I could give a fuck about the SBs. Dak can have all the SBs he wants. He still lost to a fucking horrible, horrible Green Bay team in the playoffs at home. He lost to just Aaron Rodgers. That Green Bay Packers team was horrendous. Dak can win all the fucking ESPYs he wants. He's the most overhyped, overrated bitch I've ever seen in my life. Wait till this year. What is your favorite cheesesteak place in Philly? D'Alessandro's. It's kind of out of the city. Yeah. There's no way the Phillies are getting standing. Yelich, I love Yelich on the Phillies. Big building block. Eagles fan for life 17. I mean, I'm not going to say there's no way, but right now, the Marlins are getting new owners, and I don't think they'd be willing to trade Giancarlo Stanton. Thoughts on John Ross? Injury prone, quick as hell. You know, I think he's good. Hey, don't talk about my Dak like that. Hey, listen. Dak is putting a lot of pressure on himself this year. He's saying the Cowboys are going to win the East with absolutely no defense. I don't know how he does it. You know, this division's going for they have a huge target on the back. They have the worst schedule in this division. They have a really tough schedule. We'll see if he lives up to it. I think he's a poor man's McNabb. I really do. I think he's good. I don't think he's anything special. Just good. Will Sidney Jones play in the season opener? Nah. Probably November. You're going to do picks videos this season. You know what? I was having discussions with Bryant on that one. And I'm probably going to do them by myself this year. So yeah, I'll probably be doing them. But yeah, on my channel only. Because I'll address this EDP thing in 5 minutes. Because, you know, a lot of people have to hear about it. I don't think I've told people close to me yet what's going on with EDP because I don't want it really out there, but your power just went out in Ocean City? It sucks, man. Praying for you. EDP should do podcasts. Nah, dude. I'm actually going to, I'm starting broadcasting school next week, so, you know, this is going to be, like, an epic season for me here on YouTube, because I'm going to be doing a lot of practicing, but, it's going to be a fun season, but I'm going to school, so. Do you live in Philly? Because I'm moving to New York. No, I live in Central Jersey. It's, like, 30 minutes away from Philly, so I'm, like, more close to Philly than I am New York. Is Carmelo going to Houston? 110%. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, I just took off 2 days of work. I don't work 2 days. I took 2 less days of work because, you know, I need to get my. I just need to get myself composed because school's a lot. EP deserves a go. Terrible human being. Moses Malone is a god. What? Oh, by the way, that McGregor and Mayweather press conference tonight was absolutely horrendous. It was one of the worst press conferences I've ever seen. I'd give it to Floyd. I would give that press conference to Floyd Mayweather. And at the 10-minute mark in this video, I will address the EDP thing. Because a lot of people want to know. Did you watch Mike and Mad Dog 30 for 30? No, I did not. Do you think Rutgers or Penn State will win next year? Penn State. I hate Penn State, but Rutgers just... I don't know what's going on with them right now. I really don't. What do you think of Aaron Judge? Face of baseball right now. Right now he's a face of baseball. Dak Prescott's husband died in a car accident. Condolences. Oh, do you follow college football as well as NBA? I follow. Yeah, what, you mean college basketball? I follow. I like college basketball more than the NBA, to be honest with you. What's up, Holly? think the Sixers will make the playoffs this year? Yeah, I do. First round. Dak is better than Wentz. No, he's not. I'll listen. You guys will find out soon enough. You guys will find out in a month or so. I'm done talking about it. It's just any smart person would realize that Wentz has the better mechanics, the overall mindset, attributes he doesn't need. He had like no talent last year. He had Lane Johnson out for 3/4 of the season, and he still did work. So, I know what I see. I've been doing this for a while, and Wentz definitely has the upper hand. Dak can have all the fucking SBs he wants. Doesn't mean shit. Going to Vegas this weekend. What's your go-to bet? The Yankees, because they played like shit before the All-Star break, and I feel like they catch fire. So this weekend against the Red Sox, I feel they take 3 out of 4. Do you think the Yankees will make the postseason? Yes, I do. I think they'll make the wild card. Why Texans a sleeper? Because Deshaun Watson's the real deal, man. He's gonna put them over the top. I'm telling you. And their defense is already great. Minnesota is definitely a playoff team. I don't think so. Are you going to any of the Red Sox-Yankees games this weekend? No, because it's in Boston. If it was in Yankee Stadium, probably. Alright, here we go. I'm going to lay off the questions right now. I'm going to tell you guys what's happening to EDP. EDP is taking a hiatus. He will be back in October. A bunch of people flagged this stuff on videos that, were flaggable. And, that is EDP's fault. That's EDP's fault because you can't just get away with everything on a company like YouTube. Like, you have to understand, you're the employee of a company. You're not yourself. You're not running this company by yourself. You're making videos under someone else. So you have to abide by the rules. If you don't abide by the rules, you're going to get strikes and you're going to get kicked off YouTube. He worked so hard for the 200,000 subs. But I will say this. Everything that he got, it was his fault. And he's going to step away for 3 months. Off that channel, at least. Get those strikes taken away. Come back. Hopefully he learned. And that's pretty much that. That's an EDP update. He has a backup channel. If you guys want it, I could give it to you. But it's definitely a lot weaker than the one that he just had previously. He's a great friend of mine. He gets a lot of shit, but he does a lot of things that piss people off. And the whole race thing, and I have talked about it. I've talked about this to him, but he says how he truly feels. It's not an act. This is just how he feels. And a lot of people hate on him. And the thing is that I'm actually in a group called the Philly Knights. Shout out to the Philly Knights. Most of the people in that group hate him. Like, literally hate him. I won't say the names. But they despise him. And you know what? They said they'd do anything they could to try to not have him on YouTube anymore, which I think is a little absurd. I like the Philly Knights. I like everyone in the Philly Knights. But they have to understand that Brian's my friend. And I'm not going to just sit back time in and time out and take this fucking shit from them. Like just trashing them 24/7. I'm going to say something. But they have every right to be pissed off. Because when they're losing in the first quarter, he takes out his frustrations. But that's him. That's EDP. I've known EDP for a long time. Since 2012, 2013, I've known Bryant for a long fucking time. And he's always acted the same way. He's never changed. Some of his rants might be over the top because of the views. But I'll tell you, about 70% of that is non-scripted. And he does it because that's just how he feels at that moment in time. He just puts in a little juice in there to spike up the views. I never once was embarrassed by it. I've sometimes thought that what he said about the team was a little bit over the top, like they suck, like saying that they're not getting any hope or whatever. But, that's his opinion, An opinion shouldn't piss you off. You're not playing for the team. You know what I'm saying? I love this team too, but let's be real here, guys. This team has never won anything. You know, we pay our hard-earned money to go to these games, and this team never shows up. And when it becomes time, well, they do show up, but when it comes time to win the big games, they don't win them. And, you know, I don't understand all the hate he's getting, like, saying he's not a real Eagles fan. Who would want to be an Eagles fan? You have to be engraved into this shit to be an Eagles fan. It's like watching a horror movie that ends up with the good guy dying. It's like heart surgery 5 times. You know, I love this team with a passion, but come on, let's be real here. Who in the right mind would just be like, oh, I want to be an Eagles fan? Like, come on. You know, I'm just being realistic. Like, some people are like, oh, we don't accept you. It's like, what the fuck are you say? We don't accept you. Who's accepting who? What's up, Julian? You know, and you know, that's my little rant. That's my little rant. It takes balls to be an Eagles fan. It absolutely does. You know, when we lose, we get laughed at. We have the Cowboys sucking for 20 years, and then we couldn't do anything within a 20-year time span, and now they're going to overtake us, and it just fucking sucks. It's horrendous. It sucks. I'm being completely honest with you. Dak Prescott's a good QB. I know I just said a couple seconds ago that he ain't shit, but he's a good QB. I don't think he's great, but he has a lot of supporting cast, and that team's just going to get better. It sucks. It really does. But it is what it is. You know, I'm not one of those pretend people that are like, the Cowboys are going to fall off, because I don't see it. I really don't. Yeah, I don't know that feeling, Night Owl, with the Eagles. Bandwagoners are non-existent when it comes to the Eagles. Oh, man. It sucks. It sucks that the Cowboys are good. Hey, Nitro, where the beers at? I actually try to quit drinking beer. I really am. And it's bold to do what we do, to get on here optimistic about it. Listen, this year, I'm going to be as fired up as ever. I'm going to bring it every single week. I'm going to trash people. I'm going to trash talk everybody. But if we lose, I'm going to be humble. I'm going to be humble in defeat, humble, victorious. I'm not going to, even if we win, I'm not going to bash the team. When we win, I'm going to be like, you guys played a good game. If I feel they did it. If they didn't play a good game, I'm going to bash them. But for a majority of the time, I'm going to give my respects and stuff like that. Because that's how it should be. You know, last year I did a little bit differently, unorthodox, and it didn't work. Unless you're drunk and then they beat the Giants again. They will beat the Giants. Listen, I'm not that type of biased fan. They have the Giants number right now. I don't see the Giants beating us. Do you think Cowboys fans are the worst in the NFL? The real ones, no. The bandwagon ones, yes. But do you classify them as fans? The worst fans in the NFL? I don't know. It's weird. I just turned 14. You think you'll live to watch the Eagles Super Bowl? Listen, I'm 24. And it's looking pretty bleak for me right now, so I don't know. Talk to me in 10 years about it, if I'm still on here. I personally don't think they're ever going to win, but that's the mindset I have as being an Eagles fan. Giants fans can go fuck themselves. Yeah, by the way, that fucking sandwich was delicious after that game. Nitro, where'd you go to college? I went to Rutgers for a semester, then I had to drop out for reasons, and now I'm going back to try to get into broadcasting. Do you like Doug Peterson? No. Awful coach. He's the reason why we're not going to do shit, and it sucks, but it is what it is. You know, I'm the kind of person that stands true to my opinions. I stick with my opinions. I produce the facts. The guy's not an NFL football coach. If we win, it'll be based off talent and our players. It won't be because of him. And until we get a new coach that knows how to run this organization, an owner that knows how to run this organization and not trying to go back to the Reid era where we didn't do anything, we're not going to win a Super Bowl. And if we did win a Super Bowl within the next couple of years, it would be off sheer luck, which we've never had in our franchise's history. It's the same shit every single year. We're a month from the season, and I'm not even hyped up. I'm not. And we got Alshon Jeffrey, and I'm not even hyped up. It's just like, I don't know. Do you watch YouTubers aside from NFL video makers? Yeah, I do. I do. Give the Eagles 3 years and they'll be a contender in the playoffs. We'll see. Is EDP going to any games this year? Yeah, he probably will. Gotta give Doug Peterson another year. I disagree. I think he sucks. And I think he'd be the downfall of us this year, to be honest with you. Who will win the NFC East? Well, I said the Eagles did. The Eagles will at 11-5. But that's because of our schedule. Our schedule fits us perfectly. You know, we play the road games at the perfect time. We play the home games at the perfect time. We play tough games leading into easy games. Like, our schedule fits us perfectly this year. That's the only reason why I have us win the East. But other than that, you know, there's definitely a better team in the division. If the Eagles win a Super Bowl this year, you got to get a tattoo. I will. 100%. If the Eagles win a Super Bowl this year, I will get a tattoo. That's a guarantee. And hold me to that. Do you want Aguilar? Looks like he beefed up a little bit. You know, we'll see. Do you think Fultz will be better than Ball? Ball looked pretty fucking good last night, but I think Fultz will be better, yeah. We weren't going to get Lonzo anyway, no matter if we thought he was the best player on the earth, because he didn't fit. He didn't fit what we needed, and that was the big thing. No UV questions? Nah. None whatsoever. Still disappointed from that loss in the Champions League. 35 years and counting. It's a long time, man. It's a long fucking time. And the young people don't understand it. They will. Listen, ever since I was young, I was like, I believe this team could do something. Ever since I started watching them in 2001, I really did. And now that I'm 24, I'm going to be 25 this year. I've been on YouTube for 7 years. It's been a long time. Every single year, I thought the Eagles could have done something. And it's just the same shit every single fucking year. Hopefully it changes. We will see. That remains to be seen. Like I said, I like to be optimistic because I probably will be optimistic this year at some points. But it just, time goes by quick, and there's still no fucking Lombardi in our trophy case. It's just same bullshit every single year. Have you ever not felt disappointed during the postseason as an Eagles fan? The last time that my heart really sunk, it wasn't in 2013 when the field goal was kicked. It was when Vic threw the interception to Tramon Williams against Green Bay in the playoffs in 2011. That's the last time I was really heartbroken. Would you be angry if Doug Peterson goes for a field goal? I didn't read the whole question. I'm sorry. What game are you looking forward to the most this year? Probably the opener, Giants. Just because it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun game to be at. I could just imagine you and the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I could guarantee you one thing. If they do go to the Super Bowl, I will be there. That's a guaranteed promise. Hopefully it's sooner than later. Definitely. I mean, Atlanta went last year, so, you know, anything could happen, I guess. Thoughts on the Yankees? 50-50. Would dying without seeing the Super Bowl be as bad as someone dying a virgin? It's impossible to die a virgin. It really is. Like, you'd have to be, like... It's... But yes, it would be... Dying a virgin would be worse. Because as a human, it's just... It's impossible. It's impossible. What will the Eagles' record be in 2017? 11-5. Thoughts on your Cubs? Yeah, they're not good this year at all. They're gonna miss the playoffs. Thoughts on Aaron Judge, Rookie of the Year possible? Well, if he wins MVP, he'll win the Rookie of the Year. Triple Crown's a little bit of a reach. We'll see what happens. You're high with that record. I'm not. It's the way our schedule works out. If you're young, you could die a virgin. I mean, it's not impossible. Yeah, if you get what? Shot? People don't just die young. Not by natural causes. How far do you think the Eagles will go in the, as in the first round of the playoffs? First round. I think they go the first round. Thoughts on Doug Peterson? I don't like him. What will the Buccaneers' record be in 2017? That division's kind of tough. 10-6. Thoughts on Jim Schwartz? He's alright. Will the Bucs make the playoffs in 2017? Maybe. What will the Raiders' record be in 2017? 11-5. Fuck Mixon. Glad Eagles passed on him. Hey, listen, I kind of wanted him, but it is what it is. How pumped am I for week 1? Ask the group I'm going with. I think it's gonna be a fun time. I'm actually going to FedEx to dump. Should be fun. Do you want Saquon Barkley? Yeah, but it depends where we're at in the draft next year. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off. I'm exhausted if you couldn't tell. I just need to explain the whole ADP thing. He'll be back in 3 months. And that's it. Peace guys, I'm out. Bye.